This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and far. We keeping a foot on the whoop, digs. We keeping a foot on the whoop, digs. And like the Tibetan master that I am, I'm applying whoop on the immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? He bursts his pipes. I'm on my little vacation right now, and I figured let me just drop a few fucking videos real quick while I'm on vacay. Because this is what high value men do. They're able to afford their abilities and time for them to do so much fucking shit. That's why I tell you guys, self-improvement, man. Always work on your fucking self. So let's talk about it. Errol the True Spence, dog. Listen. Errol the True Spence is a fighter that if he fights Canelo Alvarez, he will mangle him. He will embarrass him. Errol the True Spence is a guy that Canelo Alvarez basically acknowledged as his hardest feat, his hardest competition. You know why? Because Errol the True Spence is everything that Floyd Money Mayweather was. A guy that's going to put cinnamon dust of a horchata, Canelo Alvarez, in a precarious situation of him having to fight an elite black boxer that basically can do it all in the boxing ring. When we think of Errol the True Spence, we have to think of Mr. Tactical Aggression. We have to think of Mr. Technical Punch and Placement. We have to think of Mr. Body Snatching Work, the levying onslaught, the punishment style. Errol the True Spence is a guy that he can dominate the ring like nobody's business. He can dominate the ring in epic proportions, epic magnitudes, and epic variations. Errol the True Spence is basically a guy that is a complete package fighter. Floyd Mayweather was that. We see Cinnamon Dust of a Horchata is having hangover over the fact that he lost to Floyd Mayweather. He can't deal with the ramifications of the loss. Look, motherfucker, you lost. Floyd Mayweather embarrassed your rabbit ass. Floyd Mayweather did your fucking ass the fuck up. So accept your fatal fate of an L. Accept the fact that Floyd Money Mayweather did your rabbit ass up. Accept the fact that Floyd Money Mayweather basically embarrassed you to a level to where you were embarrassed. Accept your fucking fate. See, in boxing, we have to accept our fate. Cinnamon Dust of a Horchata got a bachelor's, master's, and damn near what we would say school degree of ass whooping. And this motherfucker still got the rabbit ass nerve to fix his rabbit ass mouth to say if we both were in our prime. Even if you both were in your prime, Floyd Mayweather will whoop the shit out of your ass. That's why Rigoroo gets a triple salute of the fucking day for getting it. But bottom line is this. I'm glad Cinnamon Dust of a Horchata said that Errol the True Spence would be his hardest competition because he understands in his most cold-hearted. He understands in his most unadulterated. He understands in the most cutthroat, truth-teller fashion. If he fights a guy like that, he's going to get exposed because we're talking about stamina. Cinnamon Dust of a Horchata, Alvarez's stamina is shit. The motherfucker ain't got no damn stamina. His stamina is the equivalent of Mexican physiology mixed with Caucasian physiology, which is a bunch of bullshit and fuck shit physiology of nothing. You gotta understand the black pedigree physiology. That's why black people don't get themselves. Black physiology is the most underrated physiology because it's the most dominant physiology there ever is, man. The problem with black people is they're so dominant physically, they lack the dominance mentally. And Hosea 4 verse 6 rule applies. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee. God made black people in such a unique way, man. And Errol the True Spence is basically going to embarrass Canelo Alvarez in ways that Floyd could never embarrass him. I think Cinnamon Dust of a Horchata is going to use Errol the True Spence as a retirement fight because he knows Errol the True Spence is going to park, punish, and stop his ass. He knows he's going to bulldoze and steamroll his ass. He knows he's going to retire his ass. That's why he said that that's his hardest fight. Because that is basically the acknowledgement that one fighter is just that much more dominant than you. And that fighter is just the gamut. That fighter is the Nate Palmer. That fighter is the etherer and the fucking murderer. Because when it's all said and done, you have to ask yourselves in this most wholehearted, you have to ask yourselves in this most unadulterated, you have to ask yourselves in this most cutthroat truth-teller fashion, what is the level of this fighter? And when we look at Errol the True Spence, he's just on a whole nother damn level, on a whole nother gamut. This right here tells you why Errol the True Spence is complete. Notice when Cinammon Dust Horchata was talking about the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence and Terrence Crawford, you know what he said? I'll knock that motherfucker out. I would knock his ass out. Because Terrence Crawford is smoking fucking mirrors like Errol the True Spence said. Terrence Crawford is not for real. He's a fucking pretender. When we look at Terrence Crawford, we have to ask ourselves the delineation, the distinction, a gulf, and the separation. And what is that? If you want smoke, it's free, but you can't smoke for free. If you want smoke, it's free, but you can't smoke for free. If you want smoke, it's free, but you can't smoke for free. If you want smoke, it's free, but you can't smoke for free. If you want smoke, it's free. But the motherfucker ain't free because Errol the True Spence has to tax and charge the Cinammon Dust of a Horchata's ass to whoop his ass in the boxing ring. That's why I'm glad Cinammon Dust of a Horchata of a Alvarez understands his fate against Errol the True Spence. That if he fights Errol the True Spence, he's going to get bull fucking dopes. He's going to get steam fucking rolled. He's going to get embarrassed. He's going to get demolished, and he's going to get exploited on so many different epic levels, on so many different epic proportions, and on so many different epic magnitudes. That's the cool part. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. So Cinammon Dust of Horchata of Alvarez, you get the biggest salute of the damn day for you understanding your fate in boxing. And your simple fate in boxing is as simple as this: that if you fight Mr. Tactical Aggression, you fight Mr. Technical Punch Placement, you fight Mr. Body Snatching Work, the levying onslaught, the punishment style, not only will he be your hardest fight, he will be your last fucking fight. That's the cold-hearted, that's the unadulterated, that's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, eeks. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Oh, eeks. This is He Knows Everything.